Can y'all hear me okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you can. Hi, sorry, I have not been on in a hot minute. You know how it goes. Your girl Eve says, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. And then life goes, you're funny. And then here I'm back after I get done with said things. And here we are. It's a vicious cycle. And you know it is. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. So we have a few things to talk about today, as you can tell. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what you guys think in the chat about some of the things that I bring up and some of the things that I've discovered. You know, some of the things with Michael Vaughan's case I've already known about, but because of the recent trip that, you know, Bullhorn Betty and Dolly made and what they've said about certain things, I'm like, okay, here we go, right? Like, here we are back at square one. It makes me feel like there are things going on right now where they started fresh and stuck with their original story and then maybe forgot. I don't know, but we're going to get into it. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here. Little Dove says, hi, Eve, my first time here. Well, welcome aboard. Thank you for being here. It gets a little crazy. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it's boring, and that's okay too. True crime is kind of like that sometimes. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that like button either while you're here or on your way out, whichever you prefer. Just hit that button. Hey, Brooke. I am looking forward to this too because I really need your opinions and I need your thoughts on some things. You know, because it's always good to have a unbiased opinion, I guess, with certain topics on true crime cases. Sometimes knowing too much is a bad thing. I really believe that. So glad you're here. Hello, my shed lines. Hello, Mr. Eve. Thank you for being here. And thank you for also being in the other room. Appreciate it. Hi, Jeep Girl. Welcome in. Hello, Creative Tater. Dory, Margaret Allen from Scotland. Woo woo. Hey, Brooklyn. 949 Sherry. Thank you, sweetheart, for being here. I'm glad y'all can hear me. Okay, good, good. Hey, Liz. Hey, Tori R. Tori says, have you heard any more info on the little girl from St. Louis? No. I think one of the media outreach ladies said that they think that she may have been found already, but we can't confirm that. They can't confirm that. So as soon as I hear something, I'll let you know. But it's really amping up my anxiety that no one has done anything. In St. Louis, Missouri, by the way, horrible at updating their website. Some of the missing children do not have posters. Some missing people don't even have a link to the NCMEC. There's nothing that I can go off of. If you're missing in Missouri, it's awful. Hey, Jen Hannah, you know what? I asked where you were yesterday and no one has, I guess, not spoken to you in a while. So I'm so glad you're here in my chat. Did the sneezing stop? No. I will probably sneeze on live a few times. As you can tell, I have allergies all year long. But my eyes are watery, y'all. It's awful. I can't take it anymore. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, she's been on my mind too. And I'm really worried. You know, the longer time goes, the harder it is to find people, right? Hey, Grammy H, I'm glad you're here. All right, so let's get into it today, guys. The first thing that I want to talk about is Kiely Rodni. So we all know that case, right? The latest and greatest that I have found, which, you know how I am. If I do a reading on someone, it's because something's gnawing at me or tugging me to do that. So I just let, you know, the spirit realm, if you will, tug at my heartstrings and my mind to see what I need to do a reading on. And that was, for some reason, Kiely's was. So that was the day before this came out from the Sun, the U.S. Sun. Now I know it's the U.S. Sun. Not a lot of, stock can be put into this this website sometimes, but I wouldn't see why they would make this up. So we're gonna talk about it. So it says, final farewell. Kiely Rodni has been secretly cremated as cause of death remains a mystery. amid murder conspiracy theories. Now, I think that that's a huge problem because, in Idaho, Kiely and JJ have not been cremated. They're actually still in a vault, even though, Chad and Lori have been charged with their murders, right? So I don't know why they were so quick to cremate her if they don't have the information, right? Hey, Suzanne. Suzanne says, I live in St. Louis. If you're talking about the girl who was abducted out of Ferguson, Missouri, she's been found safe. No, but that's great news. But that's good to hear. But Ladae Arnold is the name of the little girl that went missing on June 26, 2022. And the only thing that we know is that she was last seen with a male. What male, we don't know. What does he look like? Where at? We don't know. And so that's the case that I'm talking about. But I'm glad that someone was found. That's always good. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So let's see. The 16-year-old was found in her submerged car in Prosser Reservoir almost 2 weeks after disappearing last month, and her cause of death has not been released as of September 25th. Okay. There will be no official funeral, but they did have like a celebration of life, which was very odd. Some of that whole situation was odd. Of course, Sammy was there, and kind of some of the things that she said was rattling my head a little bit. And the reading, I know I haven't put it out yet, sorry, but I wanted to wait until I kind of got more of a grasp on this and kind of feel it out spiritually, right? And there's still something not right, like it's still there, something gnawing at me, and I will put that reading out. I'm just editing, and it takes forever, so can't wait for y'all to hear this. It's pretty dead on balls accurate, right? Oh, but y'all will be able to see it soon. So it says, a news source close to the family has told The Sun there will be no funeral. She was cremated, hence why we had that funeral. They added that despite conspiracy theories that Kiely Rodni was murdered, they feel her death was an accident after she was last seen intoxicated at the end of a school party near a family campground in Truckee, California. Now, you'll see in the reading that I did, the biggest takeaway of the reading is law enforcement involvement, meaning what little they did say, some of that kind of creeps out into some key players that were at the party and one who had already left before she left that campground. And that was very interesting to me. That there was a lot of law enforcement connections to some of these kids, and some of them are big players. I'm just going to let you speculate on that. One's a very, very vocal friend. Yeah, craziest reading ever. Grammy says, I am curious if the dad was aware of this or not. Good question. Something I need to definitely look up because I don't know, but I would hope. Good Lord, I would hope. Suzanne, we were talking about Ladae Arnold. Yes. All right. I'm going to put her name up there. Headlines. People do need to share anything that you can on Ladae Arnold until we confirm if she's already been found or not. Quote, my heart physically hurts every second of every day, the source said, adding that her family is desperate to get closure. So it seems like it's a family friend or family, close to the family. They described Kiely as a bright young girl with a great future ahead of her. She was outgoing, happy, always a great listener, and just a wonderful human being. I would have to say she had a pure heart, connecting to her, not just spirit, her energy. Very high vibrational energy. Nevada County Sheriff's Office and Nevada County Coroner have also been reached for a comment. I'm assuming they haven't done anything yet. So here's a celebration of life on September 10th. But the media was asked to give them some privacy. So let's see what this says, okay? Look closely. Kiely Rodni updated sleuth spot crucial clue about her death on memorial service poster. I have not heard this yet. This was on September 17th, so I'm behind. I'm guessing I'm pretty sure it's about the marker that was placed when they searched for her car the first time and missed it, and then AWP comes and finds it. That is crucial. I'll leave the surprise for when you watch the video, because that is brought up and talked about. So hang on to your booty cheeks, as I say. Brooklyn says, Susanna might be referring to the 12-year-old girl from Ferguson who was with family while reported missing. Okay, I'm glad she's found. So here is that poster of the celebration of life. This was also right here, this weirdness. Because they didn't, I guess, know what day she passed away, which to me, it's like it was the morning time, obviously. Maybe. Right? But because it's still under investigation and it's not confirmed, I guess maybe they left it vague. I don't know. She's such a beautiful girl. And she should be alive right now. Her parents, I know that they're devastated. But the fact of the matter is that you need to know where your kids are, right? And if they're not home at a certain time, 1 a.m. is definitely concerning. You need to check on your kids. You need to make sure they're okay and they're safe, right? So always think about that when you have, teenagers. Retired FBI agent Jennifer Coffindaffer, which I'm friends with on Twitter. I've talked to her a few times. She says that she noticed that while the poster included the teen's date of birth, it did not know the date of death. Okay, so I got it. She tweeted, okay, I just had a chance to look closely at the announcement regarding the Kiely Rodni case, and I found it extremely interesting that while her date of birth is denoted, her date of death is not. So a whole bunch of theories were on Twitter. It was bananas. Police said the autopsy for the 16-year-old won't be released for months amid the ongoing investigation. A Twitter user questioned waiting for a full autopsy possibly. And I know that, toxicology reports sometimes take longer, depending on how backed up it is, how many they're requesting. There's a lot to it, there's a lot to it. And from what I know, those kind of tests are kind of based on how, what they found in the actual autopsy of the body. But I still just can't for the life of me understand why they cremated her. I'm sorry, I can't. Maybe it was a religious thing. I don't know, but yeah, I'm missing my dope soul. Yeah, I think she's getting off soon. So, so it might not be for another 2 months amid their ongoing investigation. All right, that's all I have for Kiely. I just wanted to let you know, wait for those 2 videos. Well, it's 1 video, but it's 2 readings. So I did 1, and then I did another one after this came out to kind of clarify. And boy, did she. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Tip Turtle. So let's move on to the Michael Vaughan case. You know what? Let's actually go to Delphi really quickly, because Michael Vaughan's case is going to kind of take the cake on this live. It's going to be the majority of the time that we're spending today, because there's a lot to digest. With the Delphi case, I was watching a creator that I really respect. He had a YouTuber, or excuse me, a detective that I believe got close or may have actually seen the Golden State Killer from California. And he weighed in on his thoughts about the Delphi case. And they were mentioning, what if one of the girls came to meet someone else, right, at the same time that potentially, what's his name, Keegan Klein, was going to meet up with them? Because I thought he said he canceled. So maybe someone else who was using that account met up with her. However, the murder sheet podcast rather, said something very interesting the other day about Keegan saying that he was waiting in the Jeep, and there's a picture of a Jeep, right? While the perp was out doing what he was doing. And for the life of me, I can't understand how you would just not mention those things. But we have to realize that I believe 2 weeks after the murders of those precious girls, I believe they raided his home. That's what I thought I heard. Maybe I should go double check that. But I have a strong feeling, and I've always felt that there was multiple people involved. For that crime to have been committed, and the way that the sketches were just two different types of people, and then you have what's his name from Indiana State Police saying that one day we're going to merge the two and then have our perp. And it's like, whatever, dude. You can say all you want, but to me, it's like there's got to be more than one player in this game. How can you get two girls to go down the hill all the way over there with no noise, no screams, no nothing? People were there that day. People were there. There were eyewitnesses. So I just can't for the life of me see how one person could get away with this scot-free. I just don't. Yeah, Alex, it's the Delphi case. I did a reading on them too. And here's the thing. I know that it isn't the guy that committed suicide, that it was one of the suspects for a minute. He committed suicide when he went crazy outside of his truck. He was a bad dude. He was a really bad dude. Assaulted multiple girls, admitted to it. I think they had a police standoff, and was it suicide by a cop? Anyway, that guy is sick. I did a reading, and I remember one of my other friends was like, her cat was going off crazy, and lights were flickering over there because she's into mediumship, and I just didn't feel right. And then I did another reading, and he was just messing with me. He was messing with everybody. He wanted attention, just like he did in his present self at the time when he was alive. So definitely not that bald-headed scallywag. He's a bad dude, though. Icky guy. So let's look and see what this guy had to say, because I think it's in my history. I just really appreciate this guy, how he explains things, and the cop that he had on. Oh, it's Jim Wagner, of course. Jim Wagner, I love him. Let me kind of back up here. I'm going to put myself on mute for a second.
Home, they're going to talk. Animal, in that he loved to taunt the public and law enforcement, and I guess in a sort of similar way that the Zodiac killer did and the BTK killer. I'm not sure in this case, in the Delphi double homicides, we've seen any indication of that, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not aware of any communication between the Delphi killer and the press or law enforcement, but we saw that in the East Area Rapist, Golden State Killer was communicating with another teenager. Investigators who have indicated that the Anthony Schatz profile was the last profile, or one of the last.
Sorry, can y'all hear anything at all? I'm so sorry. Let me play it again.
To be in contact with Liberty German up until the night before they went on this walk and were murdered. Their bodies found February 14th, 2017. Kagan Klein has said his father did not have long access to his personal devices, but apparently had some access. It's relative, because if it wasn't Kagan, law enforcement is wondering who else might have been communicating with Liberty German. using his devices in that account. And Kagan apparently living with his dad, Anthony J. Klein, in Peru, Indiana, around Peru, Indiana, at the time of the homicides. A few days after the homicides, the Anthony Shots profile was communicating with another teenage girl. And a few days after the homicides, a guy shows up in a ski mask outside that teenage girl's window. And police also have indicated Klein might have done a Google search on this girl's family's home, and he apparently Kagan Klein allegedly knew this girl's family. So a lot of smoke. I'm not sure, Tom.
So with that, like, the first thing that I think of is I don't see Keegan Klein committing such an atrocious act at his age and immaturity. The guy was a rapper. I, I don't know why, but I sometimes I do feel like he's telling the truth about that missing phone that just popped out of nowhere. I think that was his dad. I think Tony Klein may just be involved in this. Maybe not the bridge guy, he could be, but maybe he was waiting down there. Maybe his dad was the one that he was waiting on in the Jeep. Maybe he was just there to be the getaway, or he just simply didn't know. But, you know, it's obvious that this is a throwed off family, the Kleins. And I do believe that Tony may be involved in this. I do. Just from the way that I've looked at the case. And, you know, but I cannot for the life of me give up the thought that maybe that Paul, who lived down the way behind the bridge, is involved. They had a search warrant. There was an FBI release, or excuse me, they wanted to execute a search warrant, and here were the reasons why. You know, people said that he was a violent guy. He just didn't, you didn't see that in the public eye. Here's the thing. I wish that I did a little bit more research before I went live, but there's a lot going on, right? I want to know if they've ever really confirmed that Ron Logan, or whatever his name is, Ron Logan, his cousin lied and said that it was a different time that he took him to the goldfish aquarium store or whatever it was. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, we should probably, or someone should have figured out by now who that cousin is. If we haven't, is that cousin the other perp? And I've always thought that. I've always thought that the cousin that took him around and drove him around or whatever at certain times or whatever the case was, what if that guy is the perp, the cousin? St. Louis area missing. I tried calling the BNPD in regards to Lede Arnold and kept getting rerouted. Me too. Same. I sent an email on Friday. I haven't heard back. Thank you for covering her, Eve. We have a big problem here. Yeah, absolutely. I have not given up on her at all, and I need to make a video for her. That's one thing I forgot to do, so thank you for reminding me. Hi, Heather. Hermit Zephrog. I love it. So has anybody, heard about that? Have we ever really confirmed that cousin that was in the that document that was released? I want to figure that out. So was it Ron Logan, Paul Logan? I'm getting my WWE mixed up again. Delphi. Yeah, it is Ron Logan, cousin. Wonder if anybody's ever figured out who that is. Here we go, June 12th, 2022. Let's just watch this real quick. Sorry for the music. So here is where I noticed in the document that was released. So there was a checkout time of 5:21 in Logan's home, going to the aquarium world, which was about 30 minutes away. Okay. And then they did an interview with a Leo Logan. Said he was picked up by Blake around 3 p.m. and how did they get that? Because I swore it was redacted when I saw it. Oh, well, anyway. So Leo Logan. Said that he had driven him to the aquarium store and driven straight home. But, Ron Logan said that he did that because he wasn't supposed to be driving because of his suspended license. And it's either that and or the probation. So anyway, let's keep going. I can't even read that. I must be blind. We go back. I'm going to mute it because we don't need that music. Hold on. Pause. So Ron Logan called him on the morning of February 14th and asked him to provide an alibi for Logan's drive to the aquarium. This phone call was made prior to the girl's death. What does that say? Leo's discovery of LG and AW's deceased bodies based on investigators' experience. Leo's learned that Logan, I think it's LEO is his initials maybe, I don't know. That Logan had driven on February 13th to transfer station in Delphi, Indiana to drop off trash. Video from transfer station shows that Ron Logan was driving his white Ford pickup between 11:27 a.m. and 11:32 a.m. But it was off by 26 minutes, actually putting Ron Logan at the transfer station from 11:53 to 11:58. So I wonder what he was dropping off, because that was not around the time the girls were murdered, right? Oh, wow. They're putting his information all out there except for his name. Lived in Peru. Interesting. Hey, bada bing, bada boom. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just talking about the Delphi case. I just don't know. The bridge guy to me looks like Ron Logan in a way, but it also doesn't sometimes. Right? I think that cousin may have something to do with it. All I know is that I feel like there's multiple people involved. I do feel like Tony Klein, which is Keegan Klein's father, has a lot is a part of it. And I believe in 2023, Keegan Klein is going up for those 30 plus charges of CP. You know what I mean? The nasties. And the one of the things said that it was his intent to, one of the charges rather is implicating that he wanted to meet up for SA favors, right? For sex favors with a minor. And so to me, it's well, then he had the wherewithal to want to catfish somebody, and they're not going to be too happy that he isn't who he says he is, right? So Keegan could definitely be the guy. I just find it so hard, that voice. I don't know. That voice, to me, does not sound like, how old is he? 20 something at the time. I don't buy it. But him saying that he was in that Jeep waiting while the perpetrator was doing his thing, that's a tell. That's why it makes me think that Tony may have known the other potential perpetrator. That's just me. I don't know. But the more that, I hear about this, and there's more stuff about Delphi, like the Murder Sheet podcast stated that he was transferred from custody into Peru. There was like a helicopter flight and all this stuff. And to me, it's like protocol, what they're doing. They're questioning him and all that stuff. I think they've always suspected these, or at least Keegan, and then didn't have the proof, and they just kept badgering him. And I don't know, something's about to come to a heat, I think. I really do. I've always said that 2022 was the year that they solved this case. And I think it's coming. I do. All right. I know that all of the peoples in the chat that have followed me for a while, you would know that Michael Vaughan is, I've been sincerely, truly, deeply invested into the Michael Vaughan case. If you don't know, well, you do now. And it's a big deal to me, some of the things that have been released from the time that Chris McDonough from the interview room interviewed them in their home, and Bullhorn, specifically Dolly, getting a shot of the area around them in Monkey's neighborhood. There's some other things that kind of popped up and crept back into my head with the help of the other Twitter weasels. And I want you guys to kind of see what you think about this, okay? So the first thing that I want to go over is something that has actually been staring us right in the face for a while. And for the life of me, I know when I first got into this case, I already knew that. I already knew that this was an issue, but for some reason I didn't take it as seriously as I should have. And that was Michael's shirt. So I did a lot of research on the shirt debacle that is on his official flyer. So but other flyers. There's an issue here. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean. So I'm going to pull up, because you know how I am. I like receipts, and I want you guys to see me in the process pulling up stuff in real time. So I'm not making shit up, because I get blamed for making stuff up all the time. Like, why would I do that? I actually care about investigation integrity and finding missing children. But, I guess sabotaging ICWA search and all of those things are more important to people. And yes, that was shade. By the way, if you want to get, case updates and stuff like that and missing persons updates, go to my Twitter and follow me. It's at Eve_EP Talk. That would be great to get more followers so that I can keep you guys updated. All right, so let's search for Michael on the missingkids.org website. Michael Vaughan. Sweet baby. All right. This is his missingkids.org flyer. Not much to it, right? At all. It says, of course, Michael was last seen on July 27, 2021. He was last known to be wearing a light blue t-shirt with the Minecraft logo, singular, logo on it, dark blue boxer briefs, and sandals. You catch that? Okay. Say hi to everybody in the chat that just kind of started popping in because, you know, Michael Vaughan, hey, I'm just spending my 2 cents, says the bum. Yo, what's up, ladies? It's the bum coming at you from the dirtiest dumpster under the Huntington Beach Pier, eating a taco for Taco Tuesday. Okay. Okay. Right. Pretty sure it's a neighbor. The truth is the truth, and that should never change, nor should it cause confusion. Correct. No, just tired of getting blocked, right? This is a good catch. Logo, not logos. Yeah. So, logo, singular. Now let's go to cityofFruitland.org. They have a section called Find Michael Vaughan there. Oh, I spelled that wrong. I hope nothing like crazy pops up. Whoops. City of Fruitland. Oh, by the way, whoever tried to log into my Facebook from Hillsboro, Oregon, you're dumb as hell. And now I know where you are. You stupid. And that has been forwarded. Geez, City of Fruitland. Not smart, yo. I guess. I thought it was, okay, whatever. I swore it was cityofFruitland.org. There it is. It was Fruitland.org. Geez. Find Michael Vaughan. Yeah. Okay, dude. Really? Don't have time for your bullshit. Really don't. So if you could just leave now.
That would be
I have a message for you.
Okay.
Okay. Just pipe down. Pipe down. Downloading poster. Okay, here you go. You know Tyler couldn't go out and get him any drugs, so we called the drug dealer to come to his house. What if Tyler went into the other room and done his drugs? I mean, I think that I don't see him doing that. But all right, dude. There. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm a zero tolerance policyer. So let's just hide this bad boy. Bye-bye. Nice to know you. All right. So this poster is the white, dark blue, and light blue stripes. To the right is the Minecraft shirt with logos, plural, not singular. All right. So I wonder why this is such an issue to put the right shirt on. Right? All right. So, okay, you know what? It still has his face on there, and I'm not trying to nitpick this case to death with little things. However, what are people supposed to be looking for? Not just him wearing a shirt, because I'm pretty sure if someone has him and he is alive, the shirt's probably long gone. All right. Oh, thank you, Kimmy Jean. So his face is the most important thing, right? I did notice a tag on the back here that I thought was interesting, like a temp tag. Now I think I remember hearing that the parents had just gotten the Jeep that they have. I just thought it was interesting that I thought they had it for a lot longer than they did, and there's still a temp tag on it, but maybe they just never took it off. I don't know. Just something that I noticed. Did Brandy get confused at first about what he was wearing that day? Good question. So I'll definitely look into that here in a second. But let's look and see what Brandy said about, the information that law enforcement received about what he was wearing that day. Now, mind you, this one still says wearing a light blue t-shirt with the Minecraft logo on it and dark blue boxer briefs and sandals. All right. Just keep that in mind. That this one doesn't even have his whole body on it, just his face, which is very important. However, he could look a little different now that he's 6 years old. They do grow fast, right? So let's look at what she sent in and what, a second. One moment, por favor. It's so interesting to me that nobody's looking this stuff up, but a certain amount of people, and it's the little things that to me matter. You know? What do I know? One moment, y'all. I had it all ready and then I exited out because I'm stupid. Dum dum. Here it is. Thank you, Miss CR. You know who you are. All right. So this is Michael Vaughan in the shop. All right. You see this picture right here of the shirt? I know his arm's in the way, but I just wanted to get this picture out there first because it's kind of haunting to me, this picture, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but whatever. This shirt was a birthday shirt that he got June 24th. All right. And this is what I believe to be the shirt that he was wearing because Brandy said it. I'll show you here in just a second. But I wanted you to see that. That's one of the pictures with that shirt. To protect the other kiddos in this picture, I'm just going to snap this. All right. So this was his birthday shirts. All right. There's one white one underneath this. Okay. But look, you see this? You see this shirt right here? That is not the one on his missing persons flyer on either one. One from missingkids.org and the Idaho Missing Persons Clearinghouse. I just wanted to mention that. Hi, Superior Dreams. No worries. Does that make sense, everybody? You see where I'm going with this? Let me get another one. This is the actual shirt from Walmart right here. All right, just making that clear. Now, the first shirt that comes up when you Google a dark blue Minecraft shirt is this one right here. So, in my opinion, when law enforcement was sent that he was wearing a Minecraft shirt, this is the first thing that pops up. And I want to show you what law enforcement said when asked about the blue shirt debacle. Now, again, just refreshing your memory here. All right. Well, before I do that, I have to edit this out because I don't want to dox anybody's number. So this was sent to the woman who recorded Brandy. This is what she sent to law enforcement that night, okay? At 8:29. Right there. Right there. Right? Hey, Reese Place. I would imagine that this is the shirt he was wearing, okay? Can't be positive. Step 4. See. This was one of the missing flyers from the Idaho Criminal Intelligence Center. He was last seen wearing a blue Minecraft shirt, pictured above right, black boxer briefs with green trim, and blue flip-flops. Totally different from what we see right here. Still to this day on here. Okay? And look, I am not trying to nitpick, but these things are important. And if I notice these things, I would try to correct every little thing that I could. And maybe whoever's listening can get on that, maybe. I don't know. It's important. It's important, those little things, because what if that shirt ends up, the actual shirt he's wearing, what if it blew up on a bush? Or it came out of the river and it was that Minecraft shirt that he actually wore? You know? And they're like, oh, that's not the one that Michael Vaughan was wearing. It was this other logos shirt. Does that make sense? Like, it does matter. You know, the little things do matter. And for the life of me, I can't understand why this isn't an issue more. But at the same time, I've been, doxxed and harassed, and I'm not going to stay quiet anymore. I'm just saying that these are the things of many things that don't make sense. So let's look at the shirt below him. So we noticed from a TikTok where Michael is enjoying the fireworks for 4th of July. And we noticed, what he was wearing, the shirt that he was wearing. It's different than the one of him looking at the stars with mom. I don't know if y'all have seen that one. Let me see if I have that video. I'm pretty sure I do. It's just harder to search on here. Let's see. Nope. Looking. Sorry, guys. There it is. Okay, it's in. Okay. Hang tight. Pulling it up. Oh, the best. All right. Hurry up and play. That star video is my most favorite. I know. Sweet little boy. Give it a sec. But this one is, you could see the white shirt. So I'm just trying to show you that I'm not making this up. This is where I got that shirt from. I think that this is the one that was underneath the blue shirt when he was having his birthday at the house. This is not working. An actual video that I downloaded. Come on. Know what I'll do? I'll just play it from the source. Do. Hey guys, it's just not working. I don't know why it's not working. Maybe I can screenshot it. Just the photo of his shirt. There it is. I love technical issues. It's my favorite thing. I wish I could play it for you. So anyway, this right here is, I know it's hard to see, but I figured out that this was a Spider-Man shirt that was sold at the time that before he went missing at Walmart. All right. I know that was hard to see, but I'm going to pull up what I found. That is the shirt. All right. Why this is important is because we don't really know for sure. We can't prove it. And maybe law enforcement doesn't need us to prove it. But at the same time, it's like we don't know exactly what the truth is sometimes. So you see how it has the Spider-Man down the side? And you see how he's hanging upside down? This is the other shirt. For sure. Y'all see that? Hey, Mel. Hello, hello. All right. Just wanted to make it clear. So those were the two shirts that we saw from his birthday. And then also the boxer briefs had green stitching. All right. Black boxer briefs with green stitching. Now, all right. So we have all of that stuff. Now let's look at the issue that I have with this. All right. I'm just going to put it all out there. I don't give a shit. Brandy, apparently I'm in a fucking mood today. I want you guys to watch a video. I haven't put it out, but it has pictures of the exact boxers Monkey was wearing. Okay. All right. I mean, understood. Why would you not put that out for the public to see? No, it's not the tabs. I know. It's where I house everything. It gives me issues with everything if I download it from there. So the middle pair, which is the black boxer briefs that we all know of, is what he was wearing. Yes. And the Minecraft shirt he was wearing, is it the same one in one of the pictures or videos you posted? All right. So now that you see that I am proving what I'm saying, oh, let me pull that other one up. He would never wear underwear, so I thought maybe he would with those. Now, that's fine, whatever. But do you remember what I said about potty training and everything like that? He said he would never wear underwear, so I thought maybe he would with those, the boxer briefs. What was he wearing? Valid question. Just something that I would, love to just know to clear that whole potty training thing up. What was he wearing? Was he just wearing what was he wearing? I don't even have an answer because it's either boxer briefs, or underwear for my little one. That's it. That's all. Or pull up or training underwear. We use those too when he's, not wanting to go potty because boys don't like to stop what they're doing sometimes. It's okay. But she said, yes, the shirt is correct. And so C says, he said, I got Minecraft shorts. I love it. He was so excited for this because he really was. All right. So then the next thing was Tyler was so frantic and told the police dark blue, the boxers. I put out a detailed description of what he was wearing when I left. They weren't going anywhere, so Tyler didn't make him get dressed, and it was fucking hot, which it was. It was 100 plus degrees. Look at my Discord messages. Oh, one moment, guys. Am I allowed to say this, Jen Hannah? Are you okay or comfortable with me saying the last part, the last sentence or two? Well, okay, yeah. I mean, I've said this 100 times, so I'll say it here. Jen Hannah, there is a recording of her explaining what Tyler was told to her when she arrived to help search for Monkey. She was at a pool tournament, not around anywhere near Monkey's house, and showed up, and Tyler stated he was in a red shirt, which we assume is the red level up shirt that we see. However, Brandy on True Critters, Toxic Critters and Crimes, Doing Harm, or On the Farm, or whatever it is, said that that is not true. It's not true, and I think it's in a pillowcase that she sleeps on on the couch. That it's in a pillowcase on the couch. So okay, cool, whatever. But why would she lie about that? If this isn't true, why would she lie about that? And Tyler was frantic. There's a lot of excuses for Tyler when he fucks up timelines and he fucks up or doesn't know things. But this is no excuse, because this is in pure form exactly what was said to her. And then Brandy said she put out a detailed description of what he was wearing. Again, she said it was the shirt. It was this shirt. Is everybody catching what I'm saying? Now, sure, okay. It's a Minecraft shirt, Jenny. Who cares? Well, I care. Because if somebody finds that actual shirt he was wearing, the actual one he was wearing, and they go, oh, that's not the one, and toss it into a garbage can, which I highly doubt it's just going to show up one day. Maybe it will. I don't know. But it is important. It is important to know those things. Why are we still having the wrong shirt on if, in fact, it's not the right one? Now, here's another thing that I wanted to point out about this damn Minecraft shirt issue. Oh, yeah, fly in the ointment. I'm sure that if it was an abductor, a nefarious abductor, 1 in a million chance, sure, of course, they would probably change his clothes and dispose of, I don't know. But I'm sure it would be very, I'm not talking about that in a sense of what he is wearing right now. If you pinpoint Michael, what he's wearing right now, I'm pretty sure he's either outgrown this shirt, right? Or the alleged abductor is not going to, it's just going to keep him in it. No. What I'm talking about is evidence. If somebody sees something blue, right, and they're looking at the logos shirt and they see this blue shirt that he got from his birthday, they might disregard it completely and go, that's not the right one. Move on with my day. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This needs to be fixed unless we're all a bunch of jackasses and I didn't read that message that Brandy put out there right. Let's see what Jeep Girl says. And yes, welcome, Gold. Thank you. Well, Gold, I have a lot of videos on Monkey's case. There's a lot of information out there, but be wary of misinformation that spreads like wildfire about Monkey's case. Why don't they have the right shirt on the flyer? I don't know. Deep Girl, just a simple question. But I wouldn't you remember the events of the worst day of your life? Yeah. 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 Post-traumatic stress disorder is actually, you can't forget those thoughts and you don't talk about it because you remember it every day. Trauma works in different ways, but things sometimes slowly start to come back over time. But you're heightened. When you're panicked, your senses are heightened and you are aware of a lot more than you think. A lot more, you know? All right, so that's that. Let's move on to something that Dolly said that I need to shout out to Dolly for going to Idaho. Awesome, you know. No matter what the drama is in his channel, I don't care. That's for him to duke it out with whoever. But some of the things that I was listening to were just plain wrong. And Dolly, you can get mad at me all you want to, but it's the truth. I'm going to correct some of those mistakes. But also watch the area when he's explaining certain things, okay? Excuse me, I have allergies. I'm going to get off the webcam and just roll that beautiful bean footage. 1 second.
Hold on. What's up, guys? Dolly. As you can see, I am in Fruitland, Idaho. I'm at the splash pad that we have been hearing so much about. Now, this is the splash pad behind me that little Michael Vaughan, he loved this place. Him and his mom and his dad, they used to walk down this path we see behind here to get to this splash pad. Now, a lot of people believe when Monkey got out that.
So this is the splash pad, obviously, which is a block and a half, or 2 blocks rather, we'll just say that, away from the home, all right? The Greenbelt path is the path that leads out of the back of the splash pad into the basin, as what they call it, or the rain collection, I guess.
The house that he may have been coming to this splash pad. As you can see, the neighborhood around us is a pretty nice neighborhood. Some of these houses may even have cameras on them. So I'm going to go through the day, start looking at the backs of each of these houses to see which houses may have cameras on the houses themselves. And we're going to take this, I'm going to take a walk down this path and just get a little look at the terrain and everything, what little Monkey may have gone through to get to this splash pad. All right, guys, here at this point, this is the park, this is the splash pad. This thing kind of goes in 3 directions. So let's just say little Michael made it out here. He could have went off this way, which is a path that leads into the neighborhood. Also a path this way, which we're going to walk and see what's down here. Down here, we see it ends at a gate, and that is a basin area. Okay, we will check that out in just a few minutes too. But let's take a walk up here and let's see where this trail takes us right here.
Love you.
It pretty much comes up in the back of somebody's house.
Drama? What drama? The lab? What you know about drama? Now, this is important. That little area right there that you're seeing in front of Dolly, that goes into the tunnel that spits you out onto the other side of the highway where that apple cider plant is. that I'm trying to know nothing, but I fail, says the lab. Well, join the club, honey. We're just trying to make it like everybody else. Mr. Eve sounds good. Glad for facts, right? If he had made it to the splash pad, I would think someone there would have seen him or he would have been seen on camera, correct? Not to mention that there was no scent information about him making it there. I've heard a lot of speculation about him making it towards Washington and 9th, which is the opposite way from the field from their house. But law enforcement's never confirmed that. So we can't say that. We can only say that that's what's been said by the mother.
So it appears that this takes us right out to the main road, but it also brings us to a little bridge
Crystal.
that goes underneath the main road. We take a little look to see where it takes us out to, because if he would have took that path right here, it would have brought us exactly this way. So he really wouldn't have had to cross traffic. He could have went underneath traffic.
Now, I know that the voice isn't aligning with the video. I downloaded it and something's wrong with it, so sorry about that. But I think that someone would have seen him leaving with someone else. I do. I feel like that would have been something that someone noticed, because there were people at the launch pad. Brandy said it herself. There was even a mom that let her kids play up there. She drove up there and let the kids on a scooter go up to the splash pad, and then she followed them back home so that they could ride home. So I would assume that someone would have seen something.
Sewer system.
Right, the lab.
You never know with a kid that small, he could climb through a grate or get up in something. As you can see, it takes us right on the other side of the interstate from Michael Vaughan's house, from the splash pad. So this way just leads us across the main intersection, which, I don't know, it seems like if a small child was to come this way or try to cross that intersection, people would see him, or, you know, maybe even hit him, which would cause an accident. Of course, they would know he was there. So I don't know if he came this way. Not sure, but if he did come this way, like I said, he didn't have to cross the traffic. He could have went under it.
So there's an Allstate building over there, and there's also other businesses on the other side that I would assume would have caught Michael on camera or CCTV footage if that was the case. We don't know that for a fact. Ooh, Dolly. Sorry, got it up close. So this right here is the, ooh, it jumped, hold on. The abandoned cider plant. And I feel like that is an important area to consider. I don't know why, but I just do. Where did it go, damn it? Yeah, it does seem like a very open area. It does. Nally, get out the way. I'm trying to get the abandoned cider plant. There it is. Okay. That is an empty. At the time, it did not look like this. It actually looked way creepier than that. Like run down and all that stuff. And if you look at Google Earth from 2021, it's September 2021, it's a lot dungier. There was some stuff that was dug up from around this cider plant, like the concrete. There was sand there, so you could tell that they were doing something. Maybe looking into the sewage area of this. don't know. And there was like a little, let me just pull it up because you're not going to believe me. Someone's going to say, you're making it up, Eve. You're such a liar. So I believe it's Whitley, Fruitland, Idaho. There's their house. Yep, right here. This is that abandoned cider plant. Creeps me out every time I look at this. I don't know why. But see how dingy and dirty it looks? Blech. And it says September 2021 image capture. All right. I was a liar back on March when I said all of this to join the club. I know, right? So I swore that there was like some dug up. Yeah. So this was there. I don't think it's there anymore. It's this weird little, I don't know, maybe water system. It's not there. They took it out. So maybe they have done some more searching right there for evidence or something. That's what kind of makes me feel like there's something important. So yeah, it looks creepy. Not to mention the fact that the day after he went missing, there is a 911 call log that I received that says that the door was open. The day after he went missing, the door was open. So I guess maybe they just went out there and shut it real quick. But this little area right here looks like it had been dug up at one time. And I believe I got that from Case in Point True Crime. But anyway, so it seems like it's changed. For sure. I would say. And I think they're probably selling it now. So of course they're going to. But this is the area where truckers would come through and rest. They would park here. Just want to let y'all know that. So I don't know if there was any truckers that day that maybe would have, you would think that they would have saw something and let law enforcement know. We hope.
Braid or get up in something. As you can see, it takes us right on the other side of the interstate from Michael Vaughan's house, from the splash pad. So this way just leads us across the main intersection, which I don't know. It seems like if a small child was to come this way or try to cross that intersection, people would see them, or maybe even hit them, which would cause an accident. Of course, they would know he was there. So I don't know if he came this way.
Stinker station.
Not sure, but
yep.
If he did come this way, like I said, he didn't have to cross the traffic. He could have went under it. All right.
And there was an abandoned vehicle at that stinker station, by the way.
We hit this area right here, which is gated, no motor vehicles, no camping. So far, it's been a nice trail. It looked like, Monkey could have just easily walked right on down it. But when we get to this point, which he would have had this way is the way he would have came from, you look at the terrain, and it is crazy. Steep hills, a lot of brush, a lot of covering, and this just does not
There's
look
the
like
treesy
somewhere
area.
that a little kid by himself would cut through. Now, as you can see, the houses adjacent to this area have a bird's eye view of this whole opening. Not only that, there's a house that sits in the back.
Now, I'm almost positive that one of those houses is new because I don't remember seeing those houses before when I was researching. So, but they do have a bird's eye view, even if the two ones on the end aren't Let me see if they're new or not. I don't know. Double check. So it's Nevada. No, wait a minute. It was Ayers, sorry. Let's look and see what it was in 2021. Yeah, those are new houses. So right here, if you look, that's where he's showing us right here is this basin area. And so he would have been what? Right here. See that right here? That's where he's at. All right. So this, I think, was just like a development area that they were trying to build off of, obviously. Because let's look again. There's that house right here. And here's the trees. Right? And there's no houses. But there's 2 new houses. So they weren't there. So I don't see how. The only house that I can really see is right here that would notice something. Makes sense? And Homeboy was actually getting out of his truck right here. Peepaw was on it. I don't think Peepaw could have seen him. Okay. Not being mean to Peepaw, but he seems like an older gentleman who may not see that far. Potentially. Hey, forensic astrologer. Welcome in, Val. All right, so let's continue.
That's 2-story. But he would have had to came down this way, down this path, and around through here. And a young child that age seems like he'd be really scared to make this trek out here by himself. But we're going to continue to search for little Michael Vaughan, search for answers out here. Now, as you can see, a lot of these fields are bare out here this time of the year. But at the time that little Michael went missing, the crops were just as big as this. Now, it's easy for an abductor to be able to hide into a cornfield, especially with just a few steps back. I'm out of sight. And as you can see, this corn stands feet above me. And let's just say that the cornfields were adjacent to his house, were exactly the same height, and you had a culprit in the cornfield. Within a few steps, you ain't even going to be able to see that person. Corn lurking in the corn.
But you're going to notice somebody going into these cornfields. Do you know how loud it is to go in there and drag a child? Imagine you're dragging a child through a cornfield. If that's how they got out or in, someone's going to know. They're going to know. They're going to know. And the heat was so excessive that day that it would not behoove me to think that farmers would wait until it gets cooler in the evening to do their crops or whatever they were doing or whatever it may be. It just doesn't make sense to go into, dude, there's no way to drive through a cornfield. Don't ask me how I know that, but I know that. It's almost damn near impossible. It's thick. You know what I'm saying? Now, I remember the movie Twister where they were like driving their truck. Remember at the end where Helen Hunt and whatever the other guy's name is were driving their truck into the tornado and it looked all nice and no, dude, that's not how it works. Jeff the Drunk did it. Damn it, Jeff. Yeah.
Waiting for little Michael. Only time
I love that movie too.
As we look for the answer. Okay, this is one of the last places Monkey was actually seen. This corner right here. Now, as you can...
Now, wait a damn minute. I thought it was Southwest 9th and Washington. I thought it was the splash pad. No, wait, I thought it was Who knows?
You can see, you look this way, it's fields, nothing. As far as you can see. Now, would he have walked out this way? Would he have went to the left? Could he have possibly went to the right? We're out here looking for answers today, and we're gonna be looking around, talking to people, and seeing what we can find out. But it is a lot bigger than I was actually thinking it was gonna be. This is a lot of area to cover. All right, so as you see, we're on a private driveway on the edge of what is like a ravine that goes down away from Michael Vaughan's house.
All right, so with this one, this is the road on Southwest 9th in Arizona. When you are, let's just say you're coming out of the driveway of Monkey's home onto Southwest Arizona, which is the corner, and then you hit 8th Street, Southwest 8th Street. You could take a right, which takes you all the way down past the splash pad and either onto Whitley Court or South Whitley, and then 30. Okay. Or you can take it the other way, which is where Dolly is, and it goes into either a private road or a farm road. Okay. That's what he's talking about.
Michael Vaughan lives just adjacent to this field right here. On the other side of this field was the last place he was seen. Now, as you come across the field, it goes down. As you can see, it's pretty steep. It's pretty treacherous. But what this road does do, it goes down. It wraps all the way around, comes down out here to the Snake River. Now, if you was trying to get out of this area, or you grabbed a small child, you may have went this way to flee. Especially, you know, there was a person that seen a white pilot out this area, and there was also a man caught on a doorbell camera walking through the area. Now, as I went through this area and I'm looking at the neighborhood, really nice houses. Everybody looks like their yards are real kept, real clean, nice vehicles. This looks like a place you could easily allow your child to come outside and play. In a million years, you wouldn't think somebody would kidnap your child out here. But this has happened. Going through the neighborhood, there's signs all over the neighborhood, so a lot of these neighbors are supporting already, looking for little monkey Michael Vaughan. I've seen a bunch of the signs, a lot different than what I experienced in Tennessee with little Summer Wells. Didn't see much of that. But we're going to continue to search. We're going to continue to look for answers. And I'm going to try to get down to the Snake River, because I just feel like if you was leaving this area, and if you went that way, you run into major highways with police, state police, things like that. And would you want to kidnap somebody and have them in your vehicle where you could get pulled over? Or would you try to take a way out that was a little more remote? And this would be the way to get out of here remotely. Could a kidnapper been waiting vehicle somewhere else and use this as a way to get to this neighborhood? I guess only time will tell as we look for those answers. But
So, hey, Miracle for Missing. So here's the thing about that. The farm roads were a really big fucking deal. And when I mean a big deal, it was like pulling teeth to get people to understand that it is possible. Right? I mean, why wouldn't it be? But it was. And she did drive these streets. Do you guys want to see where she drove to show everybody kind of? Okay. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Why not? Dolly.
So
Let's just play
This
it.
is the house that she says she's getting her information from. That's funny. Because I know the FBI was over here because I tried to beat down the door across the street. These right here are the houses with all the CCTV. See all the cameras up there? That was the door I went to go beat down. That goes with.
Well, it's funny. I mean, I get it. Like, that house that she pointed at is creepy as hell. And I believe there's an RSO there at one time. But it's funny that whoever owns that area owns a lot of other properties. And they didn't get their door beat down. It's the same family. But I digress.
Went to go beat down. That goes Whitley. South Whitley. Whoops. Sorry. Ring doorbell camera. Can only get side view of the vehicles.
Well, damn it. I'm going to tell you right now, this is one of those cases where there is so much that could potentially have caught something or noticed something that, damn the luck, they couldn't do this or they couldn't do that, or this was the excuse, or this here happened and that's why they didn't get stuff. It happens all the time. And it's like, how many damn coincidences can you have? Poor Michael.
Vehicles.
This is Brandy.
There's a look from where
Michael Vaughan's mother.
Picture from the Honda Pilot. Oh, look. There's a police officer's house. Dumb shits. Fucking morons. Oh, here, while we're at it.
I just want you to hear that again for those who preach the sweet, kind shit.
Police officer's house. Dumb shits. Fucking morons. Oh, here, while we're at it.
They're just letting you know that. All right. All I wanted to say. There's more. Hold on. Yes, the lab. Stay strong, my guy. It's going to be all right. I hate when people's personal lives get put out there. It's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm driving down 8th. This is how far 8th goes. You can turn left here on to South Arizona.
But this is
You can
going
turn left
towards
to get
where
to my
Donnie
house.
was. There's Southwest Arizona.
Here's one of the other neighborhoods. It's Hidden Meadows.
Back that way is Cornwall Way, Wood Duck Street, and all that. Spit you out to the treesy area.
Here's the bluffs. Oh, I hate driving out here. Oh, we'll park right here. Yeah, please tell me how in the fuck Michael got all the way down here without nobody seeing. Here's my house.
With all due respect, how the fuck did they not see Michael coming out of Southwest 8th on a camera somehow? Or the splash pad, which I don't feel like he ever made it because Brady said that. Excuse my language, just responding to Brady. How the fuck did no one see anything at all? That law enforcement has confirmed.
Fucking snow. Well, hopefully the old man doesn't call the cops on me. Check the river! How did he get to the river? You know where the fucking river is? Over the highway, all the way out there. Where is that, past that tree line? Oh, I'm gonna eat shit.
Sorry, guys. Forgot
That's
there was
the
a lot of foul
pond
language.
that they were diving in down there. Oh, see? There's the river over there. Goes underneath the overpass and out through there, through the trees. Yep. Just wanted to show you guys that.
Thanks, ma'am. Yeah, she was a little heated on that one. But here's the irony in that. The irony in that is depending on which creator, YouTuber has interviewed her, it changes, okay? There's no way. But I do have a video of her driving it herself and getting there. Crystal in the chat, ma'am. Is it okay if I play that one or not okay? Just let me know in the chat. I want to respect, your wishes. I do have your section blocked out with, I think, the hearts. I don't know if I have it on my phone anymore, but you just let me know. I don't want to overstep on that. Ooh, this one's fun. Did I play that one? The farm roads. Why not? While I'm waiting. And if I can play it, Crystal, if you don't mind sending it to me.
We're on Old Whitley, South Whitley, headed back to my home.
So let me pull up the map real quick so y'all can understand what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to do is show that there are multiple ways to get out of Dodge using farm roads. I think I'm going to have to do a live part 2. It's going way over what I thought it would. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. But real quick. Maybe not real quick. Google, you're supposed to be fast and shit. 9/11. Southwest 9th. Okay. So the point of this is to show you the farm roads that were such a big deal. Oh my God. I still am haunted by this. So the video that you saw about the fucking morons and things, that's where she was right here, and she was going down and kind of showing. But this is a farm road. This is the road to get down here towards the river. And there's different ways you can get there. For instance, you can come down Southwest 8th, go around town. Heyo. There's the bridge. There's the river. You could even turn around if you're feeling frisky and either go on the other side of the bridge and come around either this way or that way and go to the river. Guys, there's ways. All right. Look at a map. Look at this map. You'll see at least 7 ways. But it was so an issue. You'll see.
Dirt road there. Have to drive through farmland and a person's property. Mind you, there was corn there at the time. Oh, that goes through their property. Farm roads.
Did you hear her go farm roads? Well, that's because that's one of the ways that we feel, and many people feel, could be a way out. Right? Yeah.
Farm roads.
exactly in this one, but it's possible.
Here's the irrigation canal. And that is the farm fields up above, or behind 9th Street. Right there. Here's where I watched them try to drag for my son's body. In this fucking canal. They cleared out all the brush. Look. There's my street. There's a canal. This road.
That no one's going to be able to get through. So anyway, it just goes on, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing over and over to prove that people who are really just trying to say, hey, there is an option here and there. We're not saying you did it. Not saying Tyler did it or Rob did it. We're just saying there are options. There are ways, you know? And it was all about proving that wrong. And to me, it's like the more defensive you are about options to find your child or what happened, red flags are going to automatically pop up in anybody's mind. And that's my right to feel that way. Jesus is listening. Brooke, I'm pretty sure he's fully aware of my shenanigans and fuckery. All right? He knows. I think I'm saying it, Eve. What? Wasn't one in and one way out a huge deal? Absolutely. Absolutely. So what I'm trying to get at is at one time it was such a big deal, such a problem. And now, you know, Dolly Vision comes into town and it's all gravy, baby. Those things that were such an issue are now the norm. So people don't understand when things are getting put out there, and I'm trying to make examples of why this isn't making sense and how this is not helping Michael. You know, they don't care because they're not hearing that. All they're hearing is they're not Don and Candace. And I'm not saying they're guilty of anything. I feel like they have knowledge, no matter bare minimum. They might have something in that noggin of theirs that could help find him. I do feel that way. And the reason why I say that is because of the timeline fuckery. It shouldn't be this hard. And if it is, let's help. Let's do something. Your son's been missing over a year. Let's do something, anything. Right? And that's just how I feel about it. Crystal, I know you said it was cool to play it. I just can't remember where I put it. I think we put it in safekeeping somewhere, and now I don't know where it is. So it might have to be next time, but I know you're going to be like, oh, no. So I'm going to try to find it. Buying the ointment, there's plenty out there. Yep. Harassed, doxed, and bullied all day. All day. For what? An opinion. Thought processes. I mean, I don't care if I'm wrong. I can be wrong. That's a good thing when it comes to my theory. All right? But what is not okay is to be shamed for having an opinion. It's not. Absolutely. Good Lord, we talk too much, Crystal. I'm going through our messages. It couldn't have been that long ago. Crystal, you have some sort of information in your huge diary. It's freaking them out. I know. That's what I'm kind of worried about too, though. Like, is there something we're missing? Why are people so freaked out around the parents that there's some knowledge, right? What's going on there? Why are y'all so freaked out about her recordings? You screen recorded it. Remember, I shared my screen. Oh, yeah. All right. One moment, guys. Sorry. Been a hot minute, y'all. I'm going to find it. Oh, I found it, girl. Y'all ready for this? Do, 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 do. Okay. Now, I'm going to wrap it up after I play this video. We'll do a part 2 tomorrow. There's more. There's more stuff that we got to go over. But this one is the icing on the cake for me. You know, what I'm about to show you is video of Brandy and her friend driving. Under that overpass that I showed you. So I've already got Google Earth down. But anyway, you know how I showed you going to the right of the bridge and then over, and you could go 7 different ways to get to the river? That's what I'm about to show you. One way. That was a big, God, it was a big deal. For what? I don't know. This will not play when I download it. All right. 1 second. I've never used this visual audio player. It says downloading. I guess when you download from Google Drive, it doesn't like you. It doesn't like to work. Can y'all hear anything? Oh, how frustrating.
Puddle to the same
Can you hear that?
right fucking now.
Yay! Okay, hold on.
But that Snake River flows the opposite direction, right? It's going the opposite way?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, see?
Do you know which way it flows? Like, does it flow towards Oregon or towards the other? Ow! The other way?
That way. The opposite way we're going.
Sorry. Can y'all hear that at all? Let me know. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. Oh, thank you. Y'all hear that at all? Okay. So the very first of this audio is not there because there was some recording issues on the recordee side, I guess. But this is the underpass area that Brandy and her friend were recording, I guess, to give Crystal and the other ladies they were chatting with a better understanding of this little area and what it looks like. Okay. So there's not going to be a lot of, there's going to be no noise until maybe 2 minutes in. Okay. This freaks me out. Welcome, Tiff Turtle. Thank you for becoming a member. Woohoo! So there's no sound. So right here, it looks like it's very easy to just walk down here, and there's the river. It's this little area right here. I know it's hard to see. I can zoom in. Not really. But you could walk there. There is a cliff that kind of goes down, which is kind of scary. Probably not a big vehicle would do very well on this road, but it's possible. Or at least like maybe a small, truck or SUV or sedan. Oh, thank you, Hermit Zifrug. Thank you for your super chat, super sticker. I loves you too.
To the same fucking road we're on right fucking now.
But that Snake River flows the opposite direction, right? It's going the opposite way?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, see?
Do you know which way it flows? Like, does it flow towards Oregon or towards the other? Ow! The other way?
That way. The opposite way we're going.
Oh, crap. I can't stop screen
Hey,
recording.
Norm. No? Yeah, Oregon's above.
So what happened there was whoever was recording on her phone freaked out and it dropped. And then I believe the recording stopped at that point. So, Eve, I need to email you. Can I get your email, please? Yes, ma'am. It is in my About section, but it's eveeptalk@gmail. Heather, just put it in the chat.
Right?
And thank you for coming in,
Northwest?
Terra
Northwest?
Spirit.
I didn't say south. Oh, I didn't fucking know. No. Dude, you can see the blue lights from here. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Wow. And you know what? When we get back up to the house, if you look out on the cliffs out here, there's blue lights that light up the cliffs out there. It's hard for me to get a picture of it. Dad put those other ones up. This gentleman, that guy that has that fucking road, his private road that he owns. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's a dirt road. There's a dirt road, you guys. Oh, look. It's a fucking canal, you dumb fucks.
All I see is Jamie.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
well, we're 4-buying. Oh, yeah.
Jamie turned me around and I'm just seeing her.
Sorry. We're like going, I'm sorry. Yeah, now we're just back. Here we go. To where we were started. And there's no way out the other way. Because, that's a canal road, that's a farm road, and it goes straight to the end, right there where the highway is. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. E.
Bye, guys. Love you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Shall we go with the cliff again? Yeah, we'll go with the cliff. Where do you live? Let's go with the cliff. Because, you know, you walked fucking Google Maps, and that's... Oh, here. Want to go see something real quick? Oh, okay.
Thank you, Tiff Turtle. Thank you so much for being a member.
No, it's really good to see this because Google Maps Google Earth shows that there's an opening at the highway, but when you're actually there, there isn't an opening. Where it shows that there's no fence, there actually is a fence, or a guardrail, I mean.
So all of this has been cleared out, and down here, you can see, no, it's dark, sorry.
You got headlights, it's
But
good.
this is where the pond that was fucking dug out and fucking looked through. Down there, in those trees, right there.
Forensic astrologer. Yeah.
That's a really weird place to put a pond.
Yeah, it's hidden behind the trees. But look at this. It's all fucking... It's farmland. This is what it is. These are crops. It's farmland. It's a silt pond. It's down below the cliff. It's a silt pond for all of these fucking farms. And it's the irrigation to help control putting shit back into the fucking river. There it is. Yeah, no. Yeah, they dove in here.
Are those blue lights up on that bridge? Or whatever that is way up there on top?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr.
Like,
E.
seriously, if you don't fucking live here, ugh, ain't nobody coming this way. There's no way. There's no way. And people, like, okay, flip it around. Ellie would fucking, they've investigated all of this. All of it. I've drove it, I've walked it, I've walked the fucking highway. Every inch of this hill has been fucking scoured with dogs, human trackers. They didn't have fucking no tread.
So yeah, it's just, I've never seen things like this where in a case, you know, there is needing proof of this and that. I don't know. People usually are just like, think whatever the fuck you want. Excuse my language, but I don't care. Let the police do their job and just, that's the end of it. But there was just this need to always have a reason, have an out, have something to prove. And the only thing that I care about is maybe there's something in that to find Michael Vaughan, because that's I think there's a lot of people out there that really just want to find him. And this stuff is great and all for what you're trying to prove. But I just want to find Michael. And this was very chilling to me to see like the area. And then hear from on Dolly's that they come down here all the time. Like every night or every other night or something like that. And but there was just no way. There was just no way. And I don't know if that's an intentional stab. I'm not hurt about this as much as the woman who got close to Brandy, which is Crystal, because they were really just trying to help. I don't know if that was a stab to her, but it really, it's not about that. It's about Michael. And so there's lots more to cover. You just don't know. Y'all just don't know. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't just sit around and try to figure out ways to blame the parents for Michael's disappearance. There has been so many tips sent in from, you know, RSOs who were at this place and that place. And here's this police call log record that has this kind of questionable stuff. And this person was here on this day. There's an abandoned vehicle down the street. And those things mostly, not all of them, but mostly have been vetted in a sense where there was a reason or a rhyme or a reason for that. But there are tips that have been sent because of research that were important, that have been said they are important. So no matter how you want to spin it, all we have is such little information except for that family who keeps switching it up all the time to the point where Candace and Dawn, yes, I get it. They are the worst human beings when it comes to their children and what they've done in the past. You cannot use that as an excuse to not look at the facts and what has been said, no matter if I'm wrong or right, or these ladies are wrong or right. You cannot use Dawn and Candace as a crutch for every child out there that's missing who has questionable shit going around the family. You can't. That is so ignorant, because Dawn and Candace are the lowest of the low. That is the extreme. That is the epitome of parents. You cannot use that as the standard for everyone else's not able to do some shit. I'm sorry, it burns me inside when I hear that. It's ignorance. Look at what's been said. Look at what's been put out there. Because that's how you find Michael. It's not living in this la fantasy world where it's either this or that. It's either Candace and Dawn types or nobody else. That's bullshit, and it's not fair to Michael. Open your mind and your hearts and your eyes. I don't care who's guilty or not at this point. Listen to what's been said. Listen to what's been changed. Look who wrote the timeline multiple times. And see who could keep it straight. Not a damn one of them. That's the truth. So somewhere in that mess, there's the truth. There's something in there that could find that boy. That's all I want for them. All right? That's it. There's going to be a part 2 tomorrow, guys. Oh, Brooklyn, thank you for being a member. I really appreciate all of you, who has been here with me from the beginning, from now. Much love to you guys, but there's more. That was the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot that I've been waiting, biting my tongue, waiting for the moment right now. Because Dawn Wells is getting out of jail on October 30th. And Michael's just going to be another case forgotten. So we got to do our jobs and get as much information out there before then. As unfortunate and shitty as that sounds, it's the truth. So guys, thank you so much for being here again. Part 2 tomorrow, same time, 3:45 p.m. Central. And again, thank you everyone for the memberships and the super chats. I really appreciate your support. And I'll see you on the next live. Drink your water. Drink your water. Hug yourself, your babies, your grandbabies, and your fur babies. Let's bring these kids home. And I'll see you on the next live. Bye, guys.
That would be great. Okay.